So today was a great example of not letting price in the short term and its movements influence your bias and analysis of price. It's very, very easy to get very bullish when price is going higher. It's very easy to get bearish when price is going lower. And today was certainly a great example. So coming over the weekend, we had the weekend plan and then the plan for Monday. And what I was looking for on Sunday night, which is here, was any inability to find traction below Friday's low. I believe we may find balance potentially upwards of 369 to 388 on NQ. That's this range here. And so willing to take a long, just cautious, on the way up, because it was a pretty bearish structural situation for NQ. Now, what I was then looking for, really more specifically, and for what I referred to as a dream setup, was to come up to this 369, 388, see a failed push through there that then rejected back lower, and I would get short. And one of those spots where I was looking for that to come from was potentially 402 to 410, maybe 415 to 430. But basically, there was just a number of reasons for this range just above 369 to 388 to reject, and 369, 388 is the level that's a very high time frame level. And so the potential then, if that is then producing top of range, right, and I'm predicting that, I could have been wrong, then there's potential for the bottom of the range, and then potential for the bottom of the range to break with continuation. So that's what the plan was coming into Monday. Anyways, really the best trade I'd seen in quite some time was to see that failed push through 369 to 388. And you can see this trade went, and it went fast. It opened high of day on a cash hours basis was 410 exactly, overnight high 409 half, and just opened and then just went straight to hell. So I mean, this trade resolved. I mean, this is a 5-minute chart. I mean, there was no reversal on the 5 outside this quick little cuck here on the 5. I mean, there was just no reason to cover a full position. And you can see that the major target of last week's low was met and exceeded down to the next level. At that point, it became time to cover really more because of what ES was doing. It is important to look at both, and ES was coming into another test of range low. So those are the kinds of things that I'm looking for. And again, a fantastic example. This looks amazingly bullish. Sentiment was very, very bullish overnight. I mean, that's a huge move, right? But when the index is structurally broken, and you can identify the spot that sort of keeps it broken, then you can potentially identify where high of day is going to be, or at least where range high is going to be for a new potential area of consolidation. And the key here was that building volume below, call it 400 if you like, really just sort of added to the potential energy for a downside break. Now, we didn't get too far because ES has held in thus far. But if ES breaks down, then NQ is going to go to hell. So that was the trade for today. And again, a great example of not getting too bearish maybe on Friday into the lows, maybe not getting too bearish on this push into Friday's low on Sunday, because then you just watched it kind of run all night long. And so to me, again, that was the trade. Let's keep a neutral head. We've got our bias, we've got contract roll. That's what this huge gap up is. So ignore that on your screen. But that was a trade.